Hello and welcome to another episode of Exchange Thoughts. Last time around we had Kuldeep Yadav, and this time around we have another cricketer, India women cricketer, India's mainstay, Jemima Rodrigues. Welcome, Jemima. Good to have you on Doordarshan. First of all, tell us how have you been? Because cricketers are not used to staying at home. How did your lockdown go?
Firstly, thank you for having me over here. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird for all of us cricketers because we're so used to traveling, so used to living off our suitcases, that,
Yeah.
this is something very different for us, very unique. But, look at the brighter side and the positive side of it. The thing is that we never get time to spend with our family. So, this is kind of a blessing in disguise that, we're actually getting time to be at home, be with the family, and just spend this time with them. So, yeah, kind of enjoying it, but also, kind of getting used to all that's happening.
You are saying it's a blessing in disguise and you spent a lot of time with your family. But I saw your video. You are a star in many, you are a star with many talents. I saw your video on BCCI's Twitter handle, Little J, playing your favorite songs, playing guitar, ukulele. I mean, how did that go?
I mean that is something I really love to do. So playing the guitar, the ukulele is like my hobby, and I always carry it during tours and all that. So, like the media manager just asked me, can you do something for the fans, for the people watching? And I think definitely I'd love to do it. So that's how it went, and got a pretty good response. So I'm glad you liked it actually.
I will also ask you to play something for us in Doordarshan, but not now. But I've also heard that you are honing your Ludo skills too with your family.
Not with my family, actually, with my friends. I'm pretty bad at Ludo, actually. I don't know. I think my friends have hacked the account and they always make me lose. But yeah, it's kind of fun, to, just hang out with them, play Ludo, play some online games and all that. Because we're not in touch. So this is one of the ways, we stay in touch and just enjoy ourselves.
Right. And Jamima, coming to some serious stuff now, cricket now. Are you enjoying being part of the senior cricket team? And in such a short span of time, in 2 years' time, you've become India's batting mainstay. You have cemented your place in the team. How does it feel?
It always feels good, because it was always my dream to play for India, and now I'm sharing the dressing room with my teammates and playing matches for India, and winning so many matches. So it always feels good, and yeah, the last 2 years have been quite a journey for me. It's actually been a roller coaster journey for me.
Yes, yes, you are doing so well for India's cricket team. But Jamima, in 2 years' time, you made your debut in February 2018 in T20s and March 2018 for ODIs. But how are you coping up with the new found fame of yours? You want to become Virat Kohli like, Rohit Sharma like people coming to you and recognizing you at one go and asking how are you and taking selfie with you and taking your autographs.
To be very honest with you, I wouldn't lie. I like, when people come and they appreciate your game. They say, we watch you on TV, we're a big fan and all that. But also, that is not my main focus. At the end, I just want to do well in the department I've been given, and do the job at hand given by my team. And at the end, all that matters is that every time I'm out there, I give my 100% and make sure I win matches for India. So, all these things will follow. I'm not going to run after them, but my main focus for now is, just to do well for the country.
Hmm. And also, Jamima, you have grown up watching Anjum Chopra play, Mitali Raj, and now Harmanpreet Kaur and Smriti Mandhana, your best pal. Uh, uh, are you still learning from them, looking at them, how they approach to the game?
Definitely. I mean, they are like the legends of the
Yeah.
game, and there's so much to learn from them. Even at this point, when they have already achieved so much, they still strive to work harder and try to get better and set an example for the youngsters looking up to them. So that is one of the best things I've learned from them. I've seen them like so diligently and so with so much persistence each and every time when they are on the field. They'll just go out there and just try and get better every time they play, and that is the best example I think they are setting for every young girl or boy watching them.
Mm. But Jemima, how's your camaraderie with Mitali Raj? I mean, it's a dream come true. I think you're playing with a legend cricketer who has given so many years to the Indian cricket, and she is still going. She is still doing well. Uh, what's your bond with her?
I think Mitsudi is, someone who is, even when I made my debut, like the first partner I batted with was Mitali Raj. And I mean, I would have never thought, that this would happen so fast, so soon. And we had a pretty decent partnership of, I think, 60 plus in my debut match. And, there's so much to learn from her. Again, as I said, she's been consistent for so long. For India and just carrying the weight of the nation on her shoulder, and she's doing it with so much ease now. So this is like something I've always looked up to, especially her consistency and how she takes the team to victory every time and takes the team through. So yeah, definitely I am looking forward to that, and it's a good bond that we share. When we are on the
Mm.
field, we we talk. Sometimes she helps me out. Okay, we can do this. This is the scoreboard. Okay, we need to do this and that. So it's always nice, when someone like Mithudi, speaks to us and helps us, and even in the team meetings, he gives certain advice to us, or as a bowling group or as a batting group, and we try and implement it. So it's a bonus for us. We have such an experienced person speaking to us.
But how is she in the dressing room? I'm talking about Mitali. Of course, when you go up to her, she'll give you a lot of advices. But how is she otherwise when she's not playing cricket?
I mean, she's just like a normal person. I mean, I don't think she carries herself okay like the Mitali Raj, like how people portray her. She's just a
You all have
normal
a gala
person.
time in the dressing room with her.
Do we?
You all have a
Sorry.
gala time, good time with her. You enjoy being with each other. There's no
Yeah,
gap, senior,
definitely.
junior.
No, no, there's no gap. I mean, they have made us feel very comfortable, and yeah, we definitely enjoy time in the dressing room.
Hmm. And also, Jamima, if we talk about T20 World Cup, you were given a role in that tournament, and you performed so well against Bangladesh, against Australia in the first match, and if I'm not wrong, you made 15 not out against Sri Lanka. But you reached the final and played against the same team whom you had beaten in the first match itself. What do you think went wrong in the finals?
I think, as you said, we had a really good tournament until the
Yeah.
finals. We played some good amount of cricket, but actually in the finals, I think one thing we lacked was, the execution of the plans, whereas Australia executed their plans really well, whereas somewhere we could have executed our plans even better. And, I think that's where Australia did better than us and they got the results they needed.
Hmm. And Jemima, you're just 19, you'll be 20 in some time. And what's your dream like? I mean, India winning the final, you captaining the Indian team, or best batsman of world cricket? What's your dream, ultimate aim?
Definitely, it would be, to win the World Cup for India.
Hmm.
So yeah, that would be my ultimate dream
Hmm.
because
You
I
move.
think it's every player's dream. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're the best batter in the world or anything. You have good numbers, but at the end, if your team doesn't win a match or doesn't win a World Cup, I don't know, like what's the use of all that. So I think my ultimate dream would be, definitely to win the World Cup for India and like just scoring a
When you
lot of runs
say
and helping India to win the World Cup.
when you say you want to win the World Cup for India, what format are you talking about? Are you talking about
I
T20?
wouldn't mind all. I wouldn't mind both T20 and ODIs.
Okay. Where were you when India they were playing finals against England in 2017? What were you doing?
So I was at home. I was studying because my exams were on. But the TV was on, and the match is getting so interesting. I was not studying; I was actually looking at the TV. Then my mom made me face my back towards the TV so that I don't get distracted and spend time in studies. But then the last 10 overs, I just kept my book aside, and all of us, I think, at home were just glued to the TV.
And how did that exam go?
Exams went really well, but I really wish that India would win that World Cup.
Hmm. And Jamima, some serious business now. The women cricket has evolved, and the viewership has also improved and increased leaps and bounds. And I remember Mitali Raj saying that BCCI taking over the women's cricket has proven to be a turning point. Uh, what's your thoughts? How can we improve the viewership in cricket, women's cricket?
I think after the 2017 World Cup, things have drastically changed.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, when it comes to viewership, so
that's
many
right.
people actually, I mean, they didn't just know that women's cricket existed, but they knew that they are doing pretty well at the level they are playing, and many more people started watching, and like hats off to all the girls especially who did so well in reaching the finals. That made many more people follow women's cricket, and I believe many more young girls have actually taken up the sport looking at that. And in the
Yeah.
terms of how we can improve viewership, I would just say like televise as many matches as possible for us. I mean, now it's gotten so much better. Like almost all our series are televised, but the more we play matches of women's cricket on TV, the more young girls, young uh, boys, they'll want to take up the sport. And not just that, means many more people will actually know that okay, women's cricket exists, and it exists at a good level. So that would be one of the main things we can do to promote women's cricket.
But you think tinkering away with some rules in women's cricket will also help?
They have, I think, already made a few changes,
Hmm.
like in the men's, the five fielders outside, but in
Yeah.
women's cricket there are four fielders outside, which help uh, the batters to get a better
Hmm.
score, and more scoring opportunities that will cause more people to come in. So I think as of now the rules are pretty good, and equally balanced for bowlers and batters. So I think it's just
Yeah, but if I'm not
fine.
wrong, you along with Sophie Devine, if I'm not mistaken, you had suggested shorter balls and smaller pitches, maybe a way forward.
Uh, so that was the kind of discussion we had. So, I
Hmm.
was open to the idea. I said,
Hmm.
as long as, if it's going to help women's cricket develop, and if it's going to get more people involved in the game, then we can go ahead and try it. So, I really didn't say we should or we shouldn't, but I'm just saying let's be open to it, because, that will, at the end, we want to promote the game. And at
Yeah.
the end, if many more girls or many more people start getting involved in this game, then why not go ahead and try it?
And you think women's IPL, full-fledged women's IPL will also help?
Definitely, it will help. If you have seen, even in the men's, I think that's the best example you can give.
Hmm.
After the IPL, how drastically the Indian team has changed, and they've got so much more bench strength, and so many new talents have come just from an IPL. So I think that is like the best way for us in women's cricket, not just to develop our game, not just to get more experience playing under big crowds, and sharing the dressing room with so many cricketers, so many experienced and talented cricketers, which will help us develop our game, but also it will help us, get many more such talents. We never know, like, who all are there. So, if we
Yeah.
give an opportunity, we'll always get an idea, and you might get someone who can go ahead and win a match for India, or maybe that experience will help them go ahead and win a match for India.
Right, fair enough. And also, Jemima, big question that is doing rounds these days is ICC's new rule of banning saliva to shine the ball. I was talking to Kuldeep Yadav the other day, and he was saying that he is already in the habit of not using saliva and shining the ball with his sweat. What are your thoughts? First reaction on this?
I think we have to take these steps, because at the end, it's also important to protect the players and protect the
Yeah.
people we are playing. So yeah, it will be like the lockdown, kind of weird because we're so used to doing it, but we just have to do it because that's going to help our team, and help everyone stays safe around us.
Hmm. Right. And also, Jemima, your father is your coach. He's your role model. Uh, Tell us, or how was he in his behavior? I mean, was he very tough with you as a coach?
Yeah, so my dad, when it comes to coaching, he is tough. He's like,
Yeah.
you know, very similar to, not very similar actually, kind of similar to the Dangal movie, Geeta Phogat's father. So, yeah, he's pretty much like that. But, when he's a father and when he's a coach, he's like two different personalities. The father personality is all the lad and pyar one. But when it comes to a coach, he makes sure that I do what I have to do and I do it in the right way. So as long as that is fine, so he's happy. So yeah, that's how
Does he
it is.
also say, "मेरी छोरी किसी छोरे से कम नहीं है"?
uh, he does say, but says it in English.
Okay. And Jemima, when did you think of becoming a professional cricketer? Was it your dream from the beginning itself that you want to focus on one particular sport, that is cricket?
It was always my dream to, play cricket for the country. I started at a very young age, but then I also started playing hockey. And in fact, I played hockey for Maharashtra under 17 before I played uh, yeah, before I played cricket for Mumbai for the state. So my
Okay.
parents actually thought that, that I am going to make my career in hockey. So it was always between cricket or hockey. But it so happened at one point that I started playing both simultaneously, and then I had to make a decision because both were clashing. So it so happened that since I'd reached a higher level in cricket than hockey, then I started pursuing cricket. And then after that, it was actually my dream to play both for the country. But let's see how things go about in the future. But yeah, when I really got serious was when the first time I got selected to play for the state. That's when I knew, okay, I'm going to make my career in cricket, and that's when I took it up seriously.
Do you still play hockey with your friends?
I was still playing hockey at that time, uh,
Hmm.
but now it's very difficult because the kind of tournaments and practices and camps that we have, it's very difficult to make that much time to play
Yeah.
hockey. But
Hmm.
whenever I'm at home and if I'm free, I go to the ground and just play with the boys next to my house.
Hmm. Right. And also, I think, reading it somewhere that you were the only girl in the entire academy practicing with boys. Was it cricket or hockey?
That was cricket. That was cricket.
Demima, where have you learned those expansive drives and flick towards the square leg, long leg, and hitting over the top? Where have you learned all that from? Is it God gifted?
I would say I had talent, but then I also had to work hard, to develop it and, to get it perfected. I remember just to get that cover drive, I actually started at a very young age. So just to get that cover drive perfect, it almost took me like more than 3, 4 years, like just to get it right. Because at that time, I didn't even have much strength because I'm very lean. So, I have to depend a lot on my timing and my bat swing. So to get that and then to be able to pierce the gap. So it's actually quite a journey for me. But I believe if you like consistently and with diligence work hard on a particular thing and not just to know all shots, but to perfect each and every shot is more important, and then you'll
Right.
get the desired results you want. So actually, it's been my dad actually who's worked on it.
Hmm. But if we talk about your career, Jamima, it's been 3 months, 3 months over 2 years, 2.5 months, 16 ODIs, and you have an average of 24.80 for 44 2020 internationals with an average of 26.57. This is more than your ODI average. You think you can do better?
Definitely. As I said before, also, there's a lot of areas I need to work on. I've also analyzed and, also get more consistent in my performances. And especially when I get off to a good start, I need to make sure I need to capitalize that opportunity and make the best of it because at the end, it's going to help my team win. So there's a lot of areas, I've been working on. And definitely, I believe that, these numbers will definitely go high, but more than that, I believe that, if I do well, then my team is definitely going to win.
But before asking the next question, Jamima, let me ask you what is your favorite format? I mean, T20s you like, or more inclined towards ODIs?
I actually like both, but T20 is more of a fast game, and it's more exciting, and there's a lot of things you need to make split-second decisions, like because in ODIs you still have a lot of time. Yes, ODI is also equally challenging. It's a test of your patience as well as at the same time you have to bat with a good strike rate. But T20 is something like you need to bring out your best game and just be fearless and take those calculative risks. So yeah, I think I like
Right.
T20 more.
And also, Jemima, share your experience playing for Yorkshire Diamonds, and you scored 100 in T20s, and that too with a strike rate of 200.
It was a very good experience for me. Not just because I got a lot of runs, but it was a completely different experience for me because I've never traveled alone to UK, and it was another challenge for me to not just travel alone but even bond with a whole new team like I've hardly met before, hardly spoken to,
Yeah.
and just being away from home is also so difficult because I am so used to being around people I am comfortable with at home or maybe in the state team or even in the Indian team, like I'm really comfortable around them because I know them and I have a good bond with them. But going to a whole new team is completely different. So it was a good experience like that. Got a lot to learn, and the Yorkshire team also have been so supportive, and they made sure they make me feel comfortable and make me feel at home, and that 100 was a special feeling for me. It was the first time I'm playing in UK. That whole tournament, the first time I've ever played in UK, but uh, to go out there, do well, and that just boosted my confidence, and just showed me that yes, I can do even better than what I am
Yeah.
doing for the country right now. So it was a good experience and gave me a lot of confidence.
Hmm. Okay, Jemima, enough of serious questions, and now time to play a rapid fire round. I know this is a
Okay.
surprise for you, but the rule is simple. You have to answer the question in just one word. So let's get it started. So, Jemima, whom do you admire most in men's cricket?
It would be Rohit Sharma.
Okay, and also one name in women's cricket. Whom do you admire most?
Mitali Raj.
Okay, and who is the most funniest girl in the team?
Harleen Deol and I mean, both of us will be there.
Okay, and you also want to take Smriti Mandhana's name?
She's not the most funniest, I would say.
Okay, most talkative girl in the team?
Definitely me.
Okay. One player who can eat anytime and is not diet conscious at all.
I think everyone's diet conscious, but one player who can eat anytime would be Arundhati Reddy. But
Oh.
but she is following a diet, so she's made a lot of sacrifices for that. But she loves like to eat.
Who is the one who always wants to take a selfie?
Tanya Bhatia.
Okay, and who is most active on social media?
I think it would be you. You should know that. You should answer that. I think it would be
Uh,
me only.
and one who
Me
is
and Veda, I think. Veda also is kind of
I've seen
active on social media.
she's always on phone.
Yeah.
One who is very much fond of movies.
Fond of movies would be Smriti. She's really fond of movies.
Okay, fitness freak.
Fitness freak, Poonam Raut. Always in the
Okay,
gym. Always doing
okay.
some exercise in the room also.
Mm. And the biggest prankster apart from you.
Hardly in there.
Okay, and best singer in the team.
Best singer, so Rajeshwari Gaikwad. Even
Okay,
Arundhati Reddy sings really well. So both of them
okay.
actually.
And best dancer in the team.
Best dancer would be competitively Radha, Veda, and Harleen.
Okay, and your best friend in the Indian women's cricket team.
I think everybody knows that also. I think it would be Smriti.
Priti Mandana. Okay, and Jamima, this is the end of the rapid fire round. And since you have said in the interview that you are a very good singer, can you please sing a song for us?
Yeah, definitely. I'm just figuring out which song to sing because I
Yes, there you are. You have your guitar with you too.
yeah. Uh, ए खुदा मुझको बता तू रहता कहाँ क्या तेरा पता हम तो यहाँ पे मुसाफिर है जो ढूंढे अपनी मंजिल का पता फासले है मगर फिर भी तू दूर नहीं आना है हम मगर फिर भी तू मजबूर नहीं हर लम्हा मुझको ये तड़पाती है जान मेरी जा जाती है तन्हाइयों में रहता हूँ खुद से ही अक्सर ये कहता हूँ क्यों तूने दिल तोड़ा क्यों तूने यूं छोड़ा क्यों तेरा अब भी रहे दिल को इंतजार क्यों चली आती है क्यों तड़पाती है क्यों हूँ अब भी मैं यूं बेकरार है खुदा मुझको बता तू रहता कहाँ क्या तेरा पता हम तो यहाँ पे मुसाफिर है जो ढूंढे अपनी मंजिल का पता
Excellent, yeah, excellent, Jamima. Where did you learn these skills
Thank you.
from?
So my cousin Godzil, he taught me how to play the guitar. Then I always carry the guitar on tour, and good thing to relax and just switch off from cricket.
You take this along in the dressing room also?
Not in the dressing room, but sometimes after the team meeting or something like that, or if we have a team bonding session, I do take it there.
Hmm. Okay, Jamima, before I leave you, what message do you want to give to people and especially sports persons who are stuck at home, not getting any practice, any game, and they are stressed out?
I would just say, to be patient because whatever's happening, there's always a good reason behind it, and this is the time actually you can make the most out of it. So, you can try and figure out a way. And one of the best things we can do, because even I've faced that, because we're so used to playing matches. One of the best things we can do and help develop our game is also start visualizing, and yeah, and nothing else. Just kind of make most of this time at home because even this time we won't get it back again, and there's always something or the other that we can come up with, and we can help. Even with the little we have, we can do a lot. So and help develop our game. So this would be the message
Absolutely,
I would
and
like to give them.
and also, and tough times don't last, but tough people do. On that note,
Exactly.
thank you so much, Jamima Rodriguez, for those answers. Appreciate you joined us, and all the very best for your future. That's all we have in Exchange Thoughts. Stay tuned for more news and updates. Namaskar.